officially open this session. Welcome, Goretti and Ana Paula.
Good afternoon. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today for the final conference of Income Project, a project aiming at developing a new learning approach based on cooperative learning process, joining higher education institutions and tourism business, applied to soft skills learning to be incorporated in the last year of the tourism bachelor. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us throughout the project, having allowed the achievement of the objectives foreseen. And of course, I would like to welcome also all other presents at this conference. Today, it is the final conference of the project. However, all the work developed with the scope of this interesting partnership will certainly be a starting point for other initiatives, other ideas, other projects, allowing higher education institutions to continue to innovate in their teaching and learning methods. The Polytechnic Institute of Viana do Castelo is very proud to be able to be part of this partnership. And we just feel very sorry that we cannot all be together in Viana do Castelo, a wonderful city in which I wish to invite all of you to visit, perhaps under a new project and without COVID pandemic. We will certainly have the future opportunity to toast with Vinho Verde from our region to new challenges in tourism framework. And I'd like to end by leaving you a wish and wish an excellent job during the interesting sessions that constitute the program of this conference. Thank you very much for your presence.
Good afternoon to all. Thank you, Ana Paula, for your introductory welcoming. And on behalf of the Income Project, I welcome you all as well to its final conference. Had this conference been in a world without COVID, as Paula just said, and we would be welcoming you as well to Viana, a great, lovely coastal town in the north of Portugal where IPVC is located. But given the circumstances which are imposed to us, we take the fact of being online as a positive outcome, as it gives us the opportunity to reach a wider audience and to expand our contribution. Therefore, I want to thank all of you who are now with us at this first session, but also to all of those who are and likely and will join us throughout these 2 days of conference, and those who will access visualizing our recordings, which will be made available at our website and on YouTube channel. As said before, we are at the final conference of a 3-year Income Project, an Erasmus Plus Knowledge Alliances initiative. And the conference aims at contributing to the debate about the future of higher education in tourism and the role cooperative learning can have on this. We'll be giving a clear idea throughout these 2 days of what cooperative learning is about and how we believe this approach can actually contribute to higher quality, higher employability of tourism students and to their better performance as young professionals. By bringing academia and industry together and combining theory and practice, cooperative learning has proved to be more efficient or has the potential to be more efficient in the development of the fundamental skills, namely soft skills, which are today and certainly in the future highly valued by employers in general and by the tourism industry in particular. But we have prepared a short video, and this will help you to understand what the project is about and what will be debated at this conference.
Over the last years, soft skills have played a critical role for young generations' employability in the context of the T&H industry. However, and despite the recognized importance of soft skills, there's a gap between what market needs and what European HEIs with tourism degrees actually offer. there is still the need and potential to bring academia and industry together in a new cooperative learning model to develop a curriculum focusing on soft skills and with learning outcomes adapted to the real, evolving, and demanding needs of the industry. This is the ultimate purpose of Income Tourism, a project funded by Erasmus Plus program, Key Action to Knowledge Alliances, which aims at developing and pilot a new learning approach linked to the development of soft skills and based on a cooperative learning process that brings together higher education institutions and businesses in the tourism industry. The project, coordinated by the Polytechnic Institute of Viana do Castelo, comprises a consortium of 13 partners constituted by HEIs from 6 countries: Portugal, Spain, Italy, Malta, Germany, and Croatia, and by tourism businesses and tourism associations. Moreover, a group of associated partners was also identified by HEIs in each country as the businesses that will participate in the pilot test. Over the first 18 months, a detailed analysis of the state-of-the-art regarding tourism courses curricula and soft skills learning processes was conducted in each country. This involved face-to-face interviews, focus group discussions, and the application of questionnaires to current and former TNH students. The relevant soft skills for the TNH were identified. A list of 30 items was produced, 10 items per each of the 3 soft skills dimensions: conceptual, leadership, and interpersonal. In addition, it was concluded that HEIs need to step up and put soft skills at the forefront of their curriculum, and university business collaborative, work-based approaches should be employed as the context for learning soft skills. Based on these results, a new cooperative learning model inspired by the German dual system and including school and on-the-job training activities was developed by HEIs in close consultation with the companies. It aims at providing students academic knowledge complemented with workplace experience so that real-life situations immediately test the effectiveness of classroom theory and vice versa. Based on the research of 6 HEIs, the Income Tourism app has been developed to provide an overview of methods particularly suitable for the teaching of soft skills, to facilitate teaching by providing information for planning, and to inspire a diversified approach by highlighting a variety of teaching methods. To support the learning process during the pilot test, an open access e-learning platform was also created. On the 6th June 2019, a model reflection workshop took place in Malta with all the project partners and managers of the associated partners. The workshop aimed to clarify the importance of an education model co-shared by the companies and mobilize the entrepreneurs to actively participate in the creation of the new learning system. According to the set of criteria, the process of selection of students and tutors and setup of the learning trios was developed. The preparation of the pilot test included the development of meetings and workshops in each country with the target groups to present the instruments, rules and evaluation scheme for the students, roles of the tutors, timeline, and integration of school-based and work-based learning. The learning trios were established. During a pilot test in the academic year 2019-2020, selected students supported by in-company and HEI tutors began to experience the new cooperative learning model simultaneously in all the universities participating in the Income Tourism project. Students were integrated into companies to develop their soft skills qualifications in a real working context supported by in-company tutors and HEI tutors. Together, the tutors worked on the curricula development, adapting to the specific needs of the business and including soft skills to a greater deal. On March 12, 2020, the project organized a webinar, Perspectives on Dual Cooperative Education, to bring together representatives of the learning trios from each country for a reflective moment, aiming at identifying and discussing the benefits, but also the challenges felt during the pilot test. In March 2020, the learning trios of each country would travel to Ravensburg, Germany, for a week of mobility activities, during which participants from all participating countries would share their pilot experience so far, as well as to emerge in the German higher education dual system, maximizing the learning exchange. As the propagation in Europe of the coronavirus disease pandemic began in March 2020, conditioning the implementation of the pilot test and led to the cancellation of the mobility, the project had to adapt to the new circumstances. As such, students were challenged to work on a joint reflection with HEI and in-company tutors, focusing on the needs, problems, and challenges the business are facing and ways to recover. In July 2020, the Income Tourism Project promoted a webinar, COVID-19, Reflections on Challenges for the TNH Sector, to present the challenges that the TNH sector is facing and ways to recover after COVID-19. The pandemic did not allow mobility to be carried out physically, and that is why we had to adapt to online activities. We promoted webinar series Skills for Today and Tomorrow, Tourism Education, Employability, and Industry University Cooperation. The project will create a memorandum of cooperation, an agreement signed by the HEIs and the companies, as well as by other stakeholders interested in dual systems in higher education, to establish a further plan of development of joint activities. Moreover, this agreement will foresee the creation of the European Forum for Dual Higher Education, to include other partners and other countries.
Hopefully you all got now a better picture of the project and about what we'll be covering. And hopefully you are also enthusiastic about staying with us, not only through the day, but also tomorrow to follow and participate in the debate. Before leaving the room and give opportunity to our next contributions, the real contributions, I definitely want to take this moment to thank all those who actually made possible, not only the conference, but the entire project. And for that, I need to start with the European Commission, who actually provided the necessary funding to implement the research and networking. But most of all, I need to thank the entire Income team, a great team, I must say, enthusiastic and highly committed. And that includes the partners who joined IPVC in the consortium, but also the associated partners, businesses and businesses representatives, the students, the professors who participated in the pilot, and all those who contributed to our meetings and webinars throughout these 3 years and a half. These were many and from many countries, and their contributions and enthusiasm and their debate and sharing of ideas have enriched the reflections, have made possible the results of the project, and gave rise to the possibility of a better education in tourism in the near future. Thank you for the opportunity to take part in this adventure as coordinator, and it has been a challenge, but definitely a great pleasure. Thank you all, and I wish you a good day and insightful conference.